kuma Kirinyaga, Kiribiruiru, Kiajahi, Mutaburuko wa Nyandarua, Orerorera Kameme TV.
Hadete wega thamugwa jana ndagika igiri ngihoka mwirori wa Kameme TV uri muhoro o hari uri riri huthiete ona mbere gukimatha ni ndoka ngumenyithiria bururi uregariura ari aramithi ya tariki 24 ni mweri wa kana mwaka wa 2025 itikira guturana nani thiini wa gikunju giki gitu kia mohoro ma miaraho ino ni njitagwo Mwaura wa Ndungu na twina Nyambura wa Musha thiini wa metha ya utauri tukiambiriria mbura nene igithiaga na mbere guthandana guku bururi-ini na gucungiriria miyuro. Minister wa uruti wira wa muingi na mifango ya mwanya Joy Firiruko ni athite mwandiki mukaru wa ruhonge rwa mifango ya mwanya gutabania mucemanio na honge itiganite niguo kwaririria njira itiganite cia gutangikira mwaraho wa mai county-ini ya Nairobi. Ruko araragia hindi ya icera riake mwena wa Mathare hindi ya kuheana uteithio kuri andu aria mahutitio ni muyuro wa mai.
Riri arathiarera maugite mbura nene no iguthie na mbere na guthandana na gucungiriria miaraho. Thirikari ni iguthukite gutangikira undu uyu. Minister wa uruti wira wa muingi Geoffrey Ruko agiatha honge itiganite gutangikira undu uyu. Akiaria hindi icera riake mwena wa Ruaraka kaunti-ini ya Nairobi kuria mutumia umwe na kana gake meriga kuhuruka. Ruko ni ahithuritie ati micii 55 niyo ihutitio ni muyuro wa mai guku na kwa andu 200 magithama kuma micii yao ni mbura iria irathie na mbere guthandana.
Ni jukumu ya serikali kuhakikisha kwamba hakuna Mkenya yeyote yule anapoteza maisha yake, na pia kuhakikisha kwamba there is no destruction of properties may be through such kind of funds or any other thing. Protection of our rights, of the rights of Kenyans, and protection of properties is one of the key and cardinal responsibility of government.
Rukwerete aria othe mahutitio ni muyuro wa mai ati thirikari ni heanite uteithio wa irio na indo ingi, akiuga thirikari no iguthie na mbere na kugitira miturire ya Kenya kugerera ruhonge rwa mifango ya mwanya.
Kupitia serikali tumehakikisha ya kwamba chakula ya wale ambao wameathirika imefika. Pia tumehakikisha ya kwamba mattresses ya wale ambao wanaweza kuwa wamekuwa affected.
Oho Ruko ugite thirikari unyitanirine na anyitite miangi ni iguthamia andu aria maikaraga miena iri ugwati-ini wa muyuro wa mai, akiuga watho ni ukurumirirwo hindi ya mihango ino.
So as measures to ensure such kind of calamities is not going to happen again, I have instructed the Principal Secretary special program moving forward to ensure is going to set a multi-agency team which will include Nairobi Water Sewerage Company, Nairobi River Commission, as well as representative of Nairobi County government, to check on modalities, on ways what we can do to ensure the drainage systems, once we have all these water coming upstream, are not going to affect the household in this area.
Ona kuri uguo rukuni ikitiaritana kuri andu aria maikaraga miena eri eri ugwatini wa muiyuro mabe mathame niguo kugiriria ikuo iria ciumanaga na muiyuro.
Chief na assistant chief na sub county DCC mchukue hiyo list polepole ya kujua ni familia gani siko katika hali ya hatari, na kama vile mheshimiwa amesema tuhakikishe wale ambao wanaonekana wako katika nafasi ambayo inaweza leta shinda waondoke polepole.
Ngiribotera Kameme TV, ritwa riakwa ni Nduta wa Buthia.
Nĩ matũgĩthiĩ na mbere kũria mũingĩ ũkĩrore makĩria rĩrĩ mbura ĩgĩthiĩte na mbere na gũkĩringa. Tũhũgũkĩra icera rĩa president bũrũri-inĩ wa China. President William Ruto nĩ athiĩte na mbere kuha aigithia kuma bũrũri wa China gwĩtĩkĩra kũrutithania wĩra na bũrũri wa Kenya makĩria harĩ kũrehe ũigithia wao gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ. Akĩaria hĩndĩ icera rĩa kĩwĩra rĩrĩa rĩrathiĩ na mbere bũrũri-inĩ ũcio, Ruto atarĩirie atĩ bũrũri wa Kenya nĩ wĩharĩirie kũnyitanĩra kĩwonjoria na bũrũri ũyũ ũrĩa nĩguo bũrũri ũrĩa ũrĩcoka cia kĩwonjoria gĩtarũ-inĩ kĩa Asia. Mamwe ma maũndũ marĩa Kenya ĩrongoreire kũgunĩka namo nĩ hamwe na waki wa iganda, ũndũ ũmwe na tabarĩra cia ũthii wa na mbere, o hamwe na ũhoti wa kuona ngombo cia raithi harĩ tabarĩra itiganĩte.
I invite Chinese investors to explore a wide array of opportunities and priority sectors in Kenya that are ripe with opportunity. From manufacturing, we offer promising prospects ranging from textiles and pharmaceuticals to electric mobility and construction materials. Kenya is open for business. Our country is undergoing rapid transformation, which constitute the fourth medium-term plan of our Vision 2030. This agenda is anchored on 5 key pillars: agricultural transformation, universal health coverage, affordable housing, the digital and creative economy, and the development and expansion of micro, small, and medium enterprises.
China stands ready to work together with Kenya to jointly defend the rules-based multilateral trading system, to uphold trade liberalization and facilitation, and inject more of a stability and certainty into global economy and global trade.
We have invested in the construction of factory buildings covering an area of 100,000 square meters since last year in S River Export Processing Zone.
We strongly believe that the growth and development of Kenya in trade and commerce is not mutually exclusive to the growth of China. So as the China trade grows, so can the Kenyan trade. And we also want to encourage our business people to take advantage of that, and we'll be having conversations around how we can be able to open more exports to
Na tukiuma China tucoke gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ, ona thengia wa itua rĩa igoti rĩa gwĩkĩrĩra nganja kũmbwo gwa kamĩtĩ ya mwanya ĩrĩa yatongoragio nĩ ũrĩa warĩ mũcirithania mũnene David Maraga ĩgiĩ gwetha mendekithia ma kũgacĩrithia mĩrutĩre ya wĩra ya maabitha borithi. Mamwe ma mendekithia ma kamĩtĩ ĩno nĩ mambĩrĩirie gũkinyanĩrio. Mwandĩki mũkaru ministry-inĩ ya ũgitĩri wa thĩinĩ Ndagĩtarĩ Raymond Omolo arauga nĩ megũthiĩ igoti-inĩ nĩguo kũgĩa na njĩra ya ũrĩa mamwe ma mendekithia marĩa mekĩrĩirwo nganja megũkinyanĩrio. Omolo augĩte kamĩtĩ ĩno yaheanĩte mendekithia 571 makĩhutia honge ithatũ cia borithi, rwa njera na NYS. No harĩ mendekithia maya 271 mahutagia rũhonge rwa borithi na mendekithia 16 nĩmo mekĩrĩirwo nganja.
There were so many recommendations and the bulk of those recommendations touched on issues that are operational and administrative in nature. There were recommendations that were legal and also required policy reviews and guidance. Then there are recommendations that touched on building capacities across, particularly modernization of the services. As we are here today, almost 1 year into the implementation process, having come up with a strategic framework to guide that, we met this morning just to review the progress that we have made. and about 50% of those recommendations have been implemented. Another 20 to 30% we are in the process of rolling them out, and the balance of that are issues that we are seeking for further policy guidance and direction. So broadly speaking, I want to give the communication as the chair of the National Steering Committee to the country that we are on track with the implementation of these reforms. There was a recent court decision, and I'm sure it's important that we speak to it. And that court decision challenged the constitution of the task force, but it primarily focused on the role of the National Police Service Commission. And out of the 271 recommendations that came, 16 of those recommendations are the ones that were actually challenged. What we have agreed on is that we respect the decision of the court, and more so insofar as those 16 recommendations are concerned, and we will be pursuing redress through the court process to address those 16 recommendations. And what it means that out of the 571 recommendations, the rest of the other recommendations, we will continue with their implementation because there was nothing to do with the Kenya prisons and so on as the National Youth Service.
Na tugithie na mbere kurumirira gukanjwo na guteanirio gwa kanjũ iria irugamirire University ya Nairobi ni Minister wa Githomo Julius Migos ni uhuthiri moru wa kigina kia muingi kia makiria ma ciringi milioni 24 kiama kia WASU ni gitugeretie ikinya riri guku gikiendekithia uthuthuria wa kinyi utafanirio kanjũ ino na kamiti ya IEBC icokie mbeca iria ihuthiritwo oru hamwe na gutacukirio ikinya ria kiwatho kuri mwandiki wa kanjũ ino Collins Omondi ni uhuthiri moru wa wabici.
Once again, the University of Nairobi is in the limelight. And sadly, because of the shameful shenanigans that are associated with the estranged members of council led by one Amukoa Anangwe. This group of individuals who have been granted a rare opportunity to be policymakers at the biggest, most prestigious institution of higher learning have failed miserably in the discharge of their duty. You will only remember, and we will only remember this council for how never to run a university. Their lack of moral compass and introspection has led to the worst ranking ever the university has ever had. WASU is demanding an investigation into the cost center that has become the Amukoa Anangwe-led council and its attendant questionable, lavish expenses in a financially struggling institution. Such an investigation should be done with the express intention of recovering public funds irregularly spent by this council and also pointed out by the Auditor General. Number two, an investigation into the University Council's overreach in the discharge of its duty. And these include the very weird, very bizarre, and irregular direct operational involvement in staff transfers, vindictive suspensions, patronage-driven contract extensions by the council chair. All this is well documented.
Na tukitigana na icio ciegi the University of Nairobi riu tuhugukire OB wa IEBC kamiti ya mwanya wa muranini wa muikarigiti wa kamiti ya ithurano na mihaka IEBC odomwe na makamishna IEBC iratiri hamihango ino omothe hamwe na aria matanyitwo omothe ni uria wari muteithiriria wa minister ruhonge-ini rwa githomo Hassan Nur Hassan. Kamiti ino ni gucoka itafanie giikaro na andiki ya mohoro kuria kuneana maritwa meri hari muikarigiti wa IEBC na maritwa kenda hari makamishna kuri president. Hariaya president afatie kwamura muikarigiti omwe na makamishna atandatu. Reke tuthikiririe ni amu shikaro ici no irathie na mbere.
I have traverse this country. And that is an invaluable asset to the Commission when it comes to mapping and planning for an electoral process that is rigorous as it is in this country. That's one aspect, the geographical knowledge and understanding of the country. I have served in Kubu, I've served in Kiambu, I've served nearly in every part of this country. And therefore, I understand how Kenya's population is set up, how they feel, how communities feel during stress. So Chairman, Madam Panelist, I am also a practitioner of security. My entire time, nearly 27 years of service in the field, I have been handling security of elections. Therefore, election has been part of my life. I have midwifed the process of elections and logistical support in the back room for election processes in this country from the time I was a young DO to the level of a PC. So Chairman, I witnessed the post-election violence as the PC Rift Valley. I was a then PC Rift Valley. I have first-hand experience on what an election that is contested by Kenyans can make this country to be. And therefore, I have an invaluable experience that very few can think about. So Chairman, my role as a DC and a PC and as a DO is the role of coordination of government business, is the role of coordinating government agencies and non-government agencies. IEBC as a commissioner is a commission that works through other agencies. It's not an island. It cannot survive on its own. I bring wealth of experience as far as coordination of state actors and non-state actors are concerned for the benefit of this commission. Mr. Chairman, that is what I bring on board, and I have no doubt that I will be an invaluable asset for the commission if given the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. I wish you the very best.
Thank you so
Chairman.
much.
Hassan, I thought you would mention my village, Koyonso, and you didn't mention it. It looks like you don't know the whole country.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
So, thank you. I want to invite Caroline to ask you some questions. Carol, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Noel, what, in your own understanding, is the core mandate of the IEBC?
Thank you, Madam. The core mandate of IEBC is to supervise and conduct elections, to register Kenyans for the purpose of registration, to supervise political party nomination exercises, to oversee a credible election, to ensure that Kenyans participate in the election in the most effective manner. It has the responsibility of also for oversighting political party nominations. I think I had mentioned that. Conducting a credible election, amongst the many functions.
Great. So another function is to carry out referendums, right?
Right.
So what is the procedure for referendum in this country?
Madam Chair, for referendum to be conducted, there must be a parliamentary approval to it. I don't know exactly what percentage of parliament requires to approve to conduct the referendum. The referendum question must be reduced to a yes or no, a very simple process that is allowed. I think, in my view, there is supposed to be collection of signatures across the entire country for purpose of authenticating the need to have the referendum. And therefore, the referendum process must be simple and clear to the Kenyans. Sensitization must be done across the country. There must be enough public participation in engaging the entire country so that people can understand what they need to do.
Lastly from me, how is IEBC held accountable by the people?
IEBC is held accountable through different formats. One is in the use of resources. They are subject to the audit process by the public, the Auditor General's audit. IEBC is also responsive, should be also be responsive to Kenyans in conducting a free and fair and election. And therefore, accountability rests with Parliament. If Parliament finds that anybody in the Commission is not conducting himself or herself properly, there is recourse to bad behavior. And therefore, I think that's what I can think about.
Thank you, Noel. I wish you well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I want to invite Koki Muli to ask you some questions. Madam Koki, please.
Thank you, Chairperson. Mr. Nur Hassan, please list for the panel and those watching you at home 5 potential challenges to elections day operations.
Nake ucio ni Hassan Nur Hassan uria wari CAS wa githomo ari mbere ya kamiti ira iragitongorio ni muikari giti Dr. Nelson Makanda uririkane mihango yothe ya gwetha muikari giti undu na gwetha makamishona iratirihwo umuthi kuria kamiti ino ifati gukorwo ikineana maritwa meri kuri president undu na maritwa kenda niguo agithure commissioner umwe na oho kana agithure muikari giti umwe na makamishona atandatu riboti ino ni guthii na mbere kirumagirwo ni andiki aitu wona mihango ino ya kana yarikirira ri tuthie county-ini ya Kirinyaga na thutha wa andu maigana ona kura maitho kurumira unyui wa njohi caibango ituraini ria Kangai riu aikari maugite ni meguthie kuria njohi cirarugirwo undu mangithanire na endia amwe ni maroneka kwaga mwihoko na maabitha a ugitiri kana honge cia ugitiri hari kuhurana na njohi ici wenino wa Kiari ni atuhaririirie riboti ino.
Illicit beer? Reject!
Thutha wa arume atatu kurwara kuma na njohi thumu mwena wa Kangai imwe kaunti-ini ya Kirinyaga riu aikari mathondekete ikundi iri gukorwo iking'ethana na aria maratwarithia na mbere thuguri ino iria riu iremete nginya thirikari. Kuringana na mutongoria wa muingi mwena wa Mwea wa Geci wa Rui, njohi ino ikoretwo ari ugwati kuri muingi kuona ndikinyanĩire ikiro na aria maramiendia mari na marũa mahetwo ni honge cia thirikari.
Tũngĩgĩka atĩa tondu riu nitugeretie tukarora atongoria itu matiratuteithia na by the way ndikwenda horo wa njovi politicizwo kana uhurwo tari siasa ino ti siasa turavura turaririria miturire ya andu makuite. Power belongs to the people. Kwogwo ithuĩ tutangirugama na tuonanie ni tunogetio ni uhoro na to reject guti undu ungikika. Kwogwo twamua atiri group ino murona ni ambassador na turajirie na Kangai tondu aria makuite ni andu a Kangai na rasti aria makuire no makangai.
Wangeci augite manyitanite ta ikundi cia aikari kuria megukorwo makihungura kuria njohi ino irathondekerwo na kwendio mamianange na gutigira ni yahuka niguo gwithemana na hathara iria ikoretwo ikiumana na njohi ino.
Gikundi giki ni ambassadors aria marenda kuhurana na illicit brew kana bombe ici cia ivango and then touma hau tuguthie nginya all wards no riu no nio turajia nayo tondu nio affectetwo na twajia haturaingira all the other 7 wards to make sure at the power belongs to people na tuona undu ucio togekika na atongoria tuguti undu mareka tukaumiraga tukoya mathigi na tukauga tutikwenda no ni turenda support ya borithi aitu security ni tura need no ndimwirire atiriri this is the last time andu marakua ni undu wa njohi.
Justin Kenyua ni mutongoria wa mbeũ njĩthĩ kuma mwena wa Thiba akiuga hindi ya thirikari hĩtũku aria marathondekaga na kwendia njohi thumu ni makanjĩrwo marũa na kũhingĩrwo biacara ciao ĩndĩ rĩu thũgũrĩ ĩno nĩ ĩcokereirie.
Tuna kĩeha kĩingĩ mũno tondu tũno tarĩ njama ya kũnina yuthi nĩguo matikanaikie kura nĩ njama ya kũhũrana na andũ a kĩrĩma nĩguo matikanakorwo hindi ya kura. Distributors nĩo marathi makathondeka tũcohi twaho poisonous drinks njohi cia nengerwo andu igatuika ni ciratuka cia kuraga andu na andu gute maitho riu twarikanira haha ati twikona njohi ta icio ni tukunyitana na ni tukumeita tondu thirikari irekuo kwambiriria o county commissioner kuthinginya muthigari wa constable ni maremetwo kuhurana nayo.
Riu aikaria ya mehitite matigwitikira kwirorera thumu kienderio muingi gicigo-ini giki na angikorwo thirikari ni iremetwo ni wira wa kumagitira nio megukorwo makinyita itemi riri.
Kwagu tuna ruo rwa ngoro muno ni kubingurirwo irabu irirendie njobi ikari njega bau bangi ni turaturwo muno riria aciari meitu marakua riria anake meitu marakua riria iritu meitu marakua riria ciana citu irakua tugaciethika iguru ri njobi na njobi eno irathondeko no andu maikario wa Makangai ketuge atirire mweci na niu ni nguga uguo njobi eno erathondeko njobi eno eraraga andu ti njobi ya kureto njobi eno erathondekero kangai biena bingo ya rigathe gacagua ni arabonanite na njobi ino completely na tukona te kuthira no ni president tondo kou kunene na ni njui no ukorwo nduramenya ura kurathi na mbere president twakuboe twakwira ati kangai njobi icokete o ta tene
handũ-inĩ ya Kameme TV kuma Kangai imwe kaunti-inĩ ya Kirinyaga njĩtagwo Wainaina wa Kĩarie.
Na riboti ya Wainaina wa Kĩarie nĩ kwamba gũtũtwara bureki-inĩ ngũcokereria na mangĩ maingĩ ndukae gũcenjia mũtambo.
Kameme TV.
Friday no tariki 25 na Saturday tariki 26 Kameme FM na Kameme TV niturakunyitwa ageni moneni ma Farmers Expo iria igakorwo Githunguri Stadium. Arimi othe ni anyite ogeni na oho ni gugakorwo na ndagitari wa mahiu uria ugakuhe githomo na motaro megie urithia wa mahiu. Ni Friday no tariki 25 na Saturday tariki 26 kuria Githunguri Stadium. Ndukanatire.
Ĩĩ no wende andũ arĩa makurigicĩirie arata hamwe na family yaku muikarage na thayo na mukenete.